Hello students, welcome back. So today we will go through part A, employability skill, okay, and unit 4, that is the entrepreneurial skill. So in today's content we are going to learn about the characteristics of a entrepreneurship, okay. So if you remember in the last class we have gone through different types of business activities. We have learned about the entrepreneurs, what is enterprise, okay. So today we will start with the characteristics of entrepreneurship. Now, what is entrepreneurship? Okay, so actually the entrepreneurship, it is the act of setting up a business, okay, that is starting a business and taking on financial risks with the goal to make profit, okay, means the aim of setting a business and expanding a business. Now, for the entrepreneurship, you need to have a entrepreneurship development, okay. You need to have a development skill. So the entrepreneurship development, it refers to inculcation, means how to run the business, how to start the business, how to develop and polish the entrepreneur skills in the person, okay, so that it enables him to establish and successfully run an enterprise or a business, okay. So we can also say that the entrepreneurship developments means what are the activities we do for our business development, okay. Say what are the things that are needed in the market. We need to understand the market, what are the new things that are happening in the market, okay, and what is our strength, basically how to overcome the competition. So these are some of the ways to develop the entrepreneurship skill, okay. Now we know that to start the business you need to have an entrepreneurship development, okay, and let us see the different stages in entrepreneurship development process. Now first and foremost is, you can see that the identification and evaluation of the opportunities. Now we need to understand the opportunities, we need to create the opportunities, okay, and we need to know what are the opportunities of the market, okay, what are the new things that we can create, okay, what are the new products that we can create, what are the new things we can do for the market. Means we need to identify, okay, the market first, then we evaluate according to the opportunities. And the next is the development of the business plan. You see, if you want to start a firm, if you want to create a new venture, okay, the planning, okay, the planning for the business is very, very important, okay. Now you see, now we need to use our creativity into action. We need to understand the markets, as I have already said. We need to create new products. What are the requirements of the markets? We need to understand all these things, okay. What are the requirements of the customers? Accordingly, we need to develop the business plan. Now, once the business plan is developed, then comes the determinations of the required resources. Now, you see, the resources I'm talking about here is the human resources. Now, you see that the human resources is very, very important. You need to have a adequate amount of labor for the business, okay. You need to have a right labor in a right place. You need to have a capital. Capital means money. You need to have a machinery. So accordingly, you need to adapt with the time as well, okay. So we can also say that the resources, as I've already said, what are the resources that we have right now? This is very, very important, okay. What does the market want? What are the products we are making, okay, whether these are the enough resources to manufacture the product or not. So all these, the labor, the capitals, the machineries, the production units, okay, this we need to determine, okay. These are some of the resources we need to start a business, okay. Then comes the management of resulting enterprise. Means once everything is there, we go for the production of the goods, okay. Now once the goods are product, okay, so we need to look for the outcome of this business, okay, managing the product. So first and foremost thing is, we need to think about the promotion of our product in the market, okay. So whatever products are just going on in the market, we need to take our ideas, we need to take our creativities among the customers, or what we can say as many customers as possible, okay, so that once we can understand the needs of the customer, then we can start managing the products, okay, of the enterprise. And finally, the last and not least, the very important thing is we need to change, we need to adapt according to the time. So you know that updating the creativity with time, this is very very important. We need to change the features of our product, we need to upgrade our product, okay, according to the market, according to the need of our customers. So when we make a new products, you may feel that there may be something missing in the new product. So in this case, we need to take the feedback of the customers, okay, we need to understand the customers need, accordingly we need to work on them. So we need to change and adapt with time. Okay, so these are the 5 important stages in the entrepreneurship development. Now see, the entrepreneurial growth, it can be seen in the areas, okay, where the following factors are present. So these are some of the factors that are affecting the entrepreneurship growth. So the first one is the economic factor, the second is the social factor, and the third one is the psychological factor, okay. Now first let us start with the economic factor. So the number one is the capital. Capital means money. So capital is one of the most important factor for the establishment of the business, for the establishment of the enterprise, okay. Now you may have the ideas, but if you don't have the capital, if you don't have the money with you, the ideas remain with you only, okay. And ideas remain an idea without capital backing. You can see that the entrepreneurship activities become easier when there is the availability of the fund or the availability of the investment. The second important factors for of the or what we can say, the second most important economic factors is labor. Now you see, easy availability of the right types of worker helps in the growth of development, okay, for the entrepreneurship. Now you need to have a right type of labor for right type of work. So it is the quality, so we prefer the quality rather than the quantity of the labor, and it influences the emergence and the growth of the entrepreneurship. So always remember that the second important economic factor is the labor. We need a proper labor with the proper skill at a proper place, okay. Now third factor is a raw material. So it is one of the basic need, it is one of the basic ingredients that are required for production. Because if we don't have a raw materials, we cannot make a new product. So we can say that without sufficient supply of the raw materials, no industry can be established, or it cannot function properly, okay. So the raw materials is also a very important need, which can be converted into a new product. The next one is the market, okay. So we need to understand the markets. So marketing is one of the very very important economic factors, okay. We need to understand the market, we need to understand the customers need, we need to know what is going into the market, what exactly the market needs. So market comprises potential customers as well as the competition, okay. So the knowledge of customers need and the competitors needs are very very important. It helps you to create a product, okay, that may be different from the products that are in the market, okay. So the very important thing is the customer's satisfaction, okay. So we need to satisfy the customer's need. Then from the infrastructure, okay. So when we are talking of about the infrastructures, definitely and foremost it's about the transportation. So the well-developed transport facilities, it helps to enlarge the business, it helps to enlarge the market and expand the business, okay. So that if there is a proper transportation facilities, so we can send our products as quickly as quickly in the market as well. So along with this, there are many other factors, okay, such as say that the institutions, they may we may call say government policies, that the business schools, okay, these are some of the other factors or the economic factors that also affects the growth of entrepreneurships, okay. So the social factors also, it affects the growth of the entrepreneurship, okay. So let us see some of the social factors that affects the growth of entrepreneurship. One is the social mobilities, second is the family background, educations, attitudes of the societies, and the cultural values, okay. So social mobility, the term, basically, this term, it refers to the freedom to move from one caste or socio-economic strata to another. Okay, you can see that there are certain cultural practice and the values in the society which influence the decision of the individual. Okay, you see that the dominance of the certain ethnic groups in the entrepreneurships, now it has become a global phenomenon. Even in India, if you see here, there are some of the traditional business communities, okay, so like say the Marwadis, Khatris, Bhatiyas, Jains, okay. So in these communities, business is more or less they are hereditary, okay. The next one is a family background. Definitely you can see that your parents, their grandparents, they are doing the business, and what are the son, their grandson, they just follow the same business, okay. We can say as a family background, because as they sit with their parents, as they sit with their grandparents, they need to understand about the different types of business activities, how to run the business, how to establish the business, okay. So it influences them a lot. So youngsters who belong to the business family often join their family business because they have lots of ideas. They know about different types of creativities, and they understand everything from their parents, from their grandparents. Okay, so they often evolve their business according to the changing culture and take it to the greater height. Okay, the third one is the education. Now you can see that basically you may not need education to run the business, okay, to start a business. You need to have a creativity, you need to have an idea. But if you have a better educations that are related with the business, so it will enable you to understand the outside world, what is happening outside the world, okay, and equip him or less with the basic knowledge and skills to understand on their feet. So in any society, education plays an important role in inculcating the entrepreneurship skill, okay. Now next one is the attitude of a society. Now you see that the attitude of society, it also influences a lot about the growth of the entrepreneurship. You can see that there are certain societies, okay, they are more progressive, and they encourage innovations and the ideas of earning a livelihood, and they encourage young entrepreneurs in their society, okay, about the creativities, because they want some changes in the market, okay, they want changes in their need. So accordingly, what will happen, there will be the growth of the say of society, there will be the growth of entrepreneurship. But at the same time, there may be some societies, you see that they don't encourage the changes in the establishment, and they leave the way that is going on, okay. In what happens in such circumstances, the entrepreneurship, they cannot grow or they cannot flourish, okay. So it is the attitudes of the society that can lead to the growth or the downfall of the entrepreneurship. Now the next one is the cultural value. So you can see that some of the socio-cultural group or the business communities are more about the money oriented. So what happened here is that the entrepreneurship would be encouraged and they would be praised, and the wealth accumulation as well as the way of life would be appreciated, okay. But however, in some of the socio-cultural group, people are easily satisfied with what they have. So what this lead, this does not encourage the growth for the entrepreneurship, because there may not be a new demand, there may not be a new creativities on the entrepreneurs, okay, and they cannot develop a new product. So what happens in, you can see that in many families where most of the members have been in the government job, so they do not look or they do not think beyond these jobs, in spite of having a very good advantage of the financial money, where they can run a private, they can run a cooperative job, so they can run a business, but they don't think about this. Okay, so these are some of the social factors that also affect the growth of the entrepreneurship. Now, next one is psychological factors. Okay, now let us see what are the different psychological factors that can affect the growth of the entrepreneurship. Now, first one is need for achievement. Okay, so you need to have a need. Okay, if you don't have a need for the achievement, you cannot drive high, you cannot achieve success. So the presence of these factors, that is the need for achievement, okay, it makes the individual highly motivated to overcome the obstacles. Okay, so obstacles does not matter to them. They have overcome those obstacles to be successful and to excel in the chosen field. Now, the next one is withdrawal of status respects. Now, sometimes what happen is, say the social group, they experience a loss of status, okay, leading to the changes in the entrepreneurial behavior. How? You can see that the people's, those who are displaced from their native place, okay, maybe due to the conflict or maybe due to the political disturbance, so they might have to, what happen is, they need to move to the new places, okay, and in those new places they may not be adapt themselves to do the business, okay, and say they may not continue to remain as an entrepreneur, and they may look for the other paid jobs to earn their living. So some of the examples are, you can see that the many Kashmiri Pandit families, okay, they are forced to leave the Kashmir Valley because of the communal right. So once what happens is, they need to leave their flourishing business in the Kashmir, okay, and then to move to other places. So in other places they may not run the business properly, or they may not have the interest in running the business. So these are some of the psychological factors that also affect the growth of the entrepreneurship. The third one is the motives, okay, the motives or the goal. See, the motives or the goal of the entrepreneur, it plays an important role in the development of the entrepreneurship, okay. Beside wealth, entrepreneur may also, they look for the power, they for the prestige, for the securities, and for the service to the society. So they should have a motive, they should have a goal to establish their business into a greater height. So the need for achievement, the withdrawal of status respects, the motives, these are some of the psychological factors that affects the growth of the entrepreneurship. Now, let us go through the characteristics of entrepreneurs, okay? So there are some of the key factors to become a successful entrepreneur. So let us see what are these key factors. One is the willingness to take action, okay? So if you have the willingness to run the business, you need to take the action. You need to bring your creativity into action, okay? So this is the most important factors required for the entrepreneurs, because action is something that can lead to the success. You should not keep your creativity, you should not keep those ideas within yourself, okay. You need to transform it into the action, because without action you cannot expect to become a successful entrepreneur. Now, second is the aptitude, okay. Aptitude, or what we call as a natural talents or the inclination for a certain types of activities. So for examples, you can see that if you are working on the art projects more than solving a maths problem, okay, then what you can say is you may have an aptitude or a talents for the creativity. So in this case, you can take your art project into the highest level using your creativities, okay. You will have a very good chance to success at the art related business. So in this way, you should have an aptitude, you should have a passion for your job, okay. You should have a natural talent. So if you have a natural talent, you can just use it into the business and you can transform it, okay, into a huge or big scale business. The third one is the initiatives, okay. Now, initiatives is the readiness and willingness to start a new business. So you should take the initiatives to start a business. Okay, you should have a willingness. You should be ready to start a new business. Now, when the entrepreneur sees an opportunities, he takes the appropriate action, isn't it? So the entrepreneurs are motivated and they are willing to take on the leadership role and take their business into the next level. Okay, and they make themselves personally responsive or responsible for the success or the failure of the decision. So you should take the initiatives as early as possible. So for that you need to have the capital, you need to have the level on. Most importantly, you need to have the willing to start a new business or a new enterprise. Okay. The risk tolerance. You can see that if you take a risk, okay, the level of profit is high. So it is up to you. Because if you think that you don't want to take a risk, you want to start a normal business, you cannot have a proper profit. You cannot take your business into the next level. So being an entrepreneur, risk tolerance is the degree to which an individual can comfortably accept taking chances. Okay, you need to take a chance. Only after that you can take the business to a new height. So the entrepreneur, they need to have a high tolerance for the risks. They take the calculated risks. If they fail, entrepreneurs are likely to try again, because once they fail, they can try again and again. The very important one is the confidence. You see that you should have confidence within yourself. People, those who have a confidence, they win. People, those who believe in their abilities, they come with the greater success. So they are sure of themselves. Okay, therefore once you are sure, once you are confident, so it is easier for you to move forward. Okay, so once you believe in yourself, it will be easier for to move forward. So what happens is, even if you fail, okay, then you can again succeed next time. So this is one of the key characteristics of entrepreneur. Then next comes the creativity. So you can see that the ideas and the creativity. Okay, so this is one of the very, very important part, because just running a business without the ideas, without having the creativities, may not be succeeded. You cannot succeed it. Okay, so while running the business, you should have a new creativity. You need to understand the market value. You need to understand what are the needs of the customers. Then come the perseverance. Okay, the perseverance means the desire, the need to get success, to keep on and on and on, just trying and trying and trying. So you can say that the entrepreneur, they should have a sign of perseverance. Okay, you see, it is the determinations that pushes, okay, the entrepreneur to keep going and keep trying. Okay, now let us see the role of the entrepreneur. You can see that the entrepreneurship is beneficial for society in the three ways. One is the economic, another is psychological, and the third one is socially. Okay, now you see the economic benefits is, yes, definitely it will generate the employment. So once you start the business, if the business flourishes, definitely it will generate more employment. Okay, if then there will be a regional development. If the business increase, definitely there will be the development of the regions. Okay, there will be the utilization of the resources, more utilization of the resources surrounding, and definitely it will improve the economy of the country. Okay, because if your business flourishes, you will be having a lots of profit. You need to pay the tax, so by directly or indirectly it will improve the economy of the country as well. Okay, now what is the psychological benefits? You can see it will always lead you for the drive for the achievement. Okay, going for the next level. It will develop the confidence within you. It will increases once the development or the confidence develop within you, so it will increase the motivation as well. And now the social benefit. Now what is the social benefits of the entrepreneurships? It will help the reduction in employment. Yes, definitely we have already gone through it in the economic benefits, that if it generates employment, definitely there will be the reduction in the employment. Okay, the next one is improves the socio-economic status of the society as well. okay, and it will satisfy the customer's need. Okay, this is one of the important factors. So this is all in today's content. Okay, so thank you everyone. Again, we'll join it in the next class.